you doing, everybody? Welcome to tonight's edition of Sports Talk. I am Glenn Harris. Thanks for joining us for the end of the week. If you're looking for some place for you and your team to get some ball in, you got to get involved with the annual Hoop Dreams Tournament coming your way on June 17th. Tonight we're joined by the founder of Hoop Dreams, the foundation president, CEO, Susie K. Kenny Allen and Wesley Yates are with us, two of her students. And Susie, again, how long have you been coming with us? 10 years now?
8,000 years.
Yeah, it seems like a long time. You know.
10 years.
Yeah, and you've been doing a good job. You have now, you and your foundation, sent 800 students to college. How many have graduated?
Over 200.
Yeah.
And, you know, the early years, and it's very small, we were all volunteer when I was still teaching at H.D. Woodson. It was a few at a time. So we're getting there. A lot of our students take 5 to 8 years to graduate, but they're hanging in there, and we have a tremendously high success rate of students that are staying in. And
I know a lot of people take 8 to 10 years to graduate. The main thing is that you stick to it.
Exactly.
And hang in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the whole deal. Kenny Allen and Mr. Yates are with us. Of course, Kenny, you're now at the North Carolina A&T.
Yes,
so
sir.
you are a sophomore coming up next year, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you played football at Woodson, but now you're just a regular student, and you're talking about walking onto the football team at A&T, which is not as important as getting your studies, that's for sure.
Nah, I mean, I still had a love for the game, but I'm just focused on my books right now.
Right. Well, A&T is one of the best engineering schools in the South, and what is your major?
Marketing.
Okay, good. Mr. Yates, you're going to Bowie State as a
sir.
freshman going in, right?
Yes, sir.
And you track and field and everything, so
Yes.
Bowie State does pretty well in track and field, and football and CIAA, they're doing pretty good. So what's your major going to be?
Well, I'm looking to go into nursing.
Okay, all right. And you know what that means, a lot of medicine terms and a lot of hard studying.
A lot of big words.
What made you get interested in that?
It was just something I always wanted to do.
Okay, that's good. Anybody in your family, mom, anybody, sisters, aunts, or uncles?
Well, right now I have a sister who works in a nursing home.
Okay. And your love for people got you that way, I know.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's cool. You know, it does take a special kind of person to do that kind of work. Susie K, let me ask you something. You've been doing this for a long time now. What have you learned from all of this? You've seen kids come and go. You've seen kids, go away kids and come back grown, that have gotten masters. Some have worked on doctorates, have helped you in your program. Obviously, you have had to learn a lot from your program.
Well, I you know, continue to learn from our students every single day. Certainly they define perseverance and not giving up. And you know, they obviously inspired me to start this in the first place. I taught at H.D. Woodson for 13 years, and that was really the catalyst for me starting Hoop Dreams. And as you know, Glenn, you know, the whole fuel of this organization is trying to connect them to local caring members of the business community, so people out there can really see these are wonderful young people who, if given the resources and the support and the encouragement to move forward with their lives in a positive and constructive way, like both Kenny and Wesley want to do, they're going to go for it, and they're going to do great things, and they're going to strengthen the community. And if anybody deserves that opportunity, I really believe it is young people growing up in the nation's capital who do have a lot of tremendous obstacles to overcome. So what I really learned from them is just how important it is to not give up. It's been really hard to keep Hoop Dreams going. It started as a one-day event in '96, and I thought it would last for a day, and now we're going into its 10th year, and it's been filled with lots of challenges, but I know they deserve this. So.
Well, you don't teach anymore now. This is your full-time job, but you have had to write a lot of proposals to keep this thing going, because let's face it, you can't do it for free, that's for sure.
Yeah, we have to raise $1.3 million a year. I'm starting from scratch each year. I have a small staff, and we're a year-round nonprofit 501c3. But just keeping an effort like that going without losing the impact of where it came from it's hard, but we've done a good job.
A labor of love, I guess, huh?
It's a labor of
gotta
love.
be, yeah. What do you all think about this little lady over here? I know when she first started this program, you were walking around the playground, probably up around 57th
I'm not
Street
that old.
up over the rec center, saying, what in the world? I don't know anything about Hoop Dreams or anything like that. What do you think, Wesley Yates?
Well, I mean, Miss K, she just brought a whole new world to us. Like, a lot of people that she helped wouldn't have had these opportunities if it wasn't for her and Hoop Dreams and the mentors that the program offers.
I bet you when you first heard Hoop Dreams, you thought, well, it's some basketball group. I mean, and symbolically, it is sort of like to get like a springboard. You know what I mean? Like you play football in high school, but that's not, you're not going to be in the pros and all that kind of stuff. So, but you still love the game, and you say, well, I played in high school, but the important thing is to go to school and get my education.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this lady here? Huh?
A ball of excitement. That's Miss K. I mean, I had a pleasure of being able to be in one of her classes in high school. She got to teach. She taught me in 10th grade. So I got a pleasure of being with her. And then just her helping me going to school, basically. That's just a dream come true, basically.
And let you know that success won't put you around, knowledge is great, man. It ain't gonna choke you and kill you, that's for sure. That's a tough job sometimes. Coming up, we'll take your calls. Susie, Kenny, Wesley of Hoop Dreams team, 703-387-1020. We know we always try to bring you some diversity here all the time on Sports Talk. Right now, the first caller to solve the Sports Talk Stepper will win. Just like that cap Aisha has, the limited edition Volvo Sports Cap. Check out the latest line of rides at your local Volvo dealer. We'll be right back. Well, the Hoop Dreams Foundation has raised thousands of dollars for scholarships, and this year could be another record-breaking effort. We're back with the members of the Hoop Dreams team. Susie K is with us. She's the founder of Hoop Dreams, one of the biggest, foundations in the country, and a little teeny woman started everything. You have a 3-on-3 tournament every year. The old against the young and whatever. And I'll tell you what, some of these young boys, they can't beat these old dudes when they pick and roll sometimes. They get all mad. You ought to see some of the older guys play the younger guys, and it's right here. The game is right here. Guys setting little screens and pick and roll. See, 3-on-3 basketball is all about pick and roll. Right. You know what I mean? And if the game is so fast, sometimes you see slow old dudes, hitting jumpers like that, saying, who is this old dude hitting the jumper like this? And believe me, sometimes your best teams don't always win this tournament, Susie. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, we always say our
organization. We got a couple pros, too, to come down, too.
Yes, we have pros coming down, but we essentially have nothing to do with basketball as a year-long organization. Right. This is the only day. This is how this organization got started, was this charity basketball tournament. So we continue to have it to really celebrate how this got started and the community coming together. It's a phenomenal day. It's June 17th. Right. This year is the 11th annual Hoop Dreams Charity Basketball Tournament and Community Festival. And we really encourage people to sign their teams up. Like you said, skill and age is irrelevant. You can 15 to 150 years old. Right. We have 100 teams. We're going to have a round-robin format, so play will go on all day. And if people want to register a team or sign up to volunteer for the day, it's 202-289-6459, or they can go to our website, hoopdreams.org.
Yeah, I'm sure you got all the teams together. Bring your water out there, man. It is hot. I mean, every year it is blazing hot, so if you don't get dehydrated and fall out on that cement, you know what I'm saying? But
Coca-Cola is a wonderful sponsor, and they provide water, but it doesn't hurt to bring.
That'll hydrate you a little bit, too. Get some water and a Coke.
They have Dasani water, I believe, but we encourage people to come down, and that really celebrates what we do as a year-long organization, which is our college prep mentoring program, our internship program, our SAT prep program, and our college outreach program. And as you noted, Glenn, the vast majority of the students that we work with, they're not athletes. We actually nothing to do with athletics, but they want to just move forward with their lives.
The whole basketball thing is symbolic, that's all. And I mean, you get to play one basketball tournament. That's cool. It's just a name that starts everything off, and that's okay. It's okay that you don't play football in college. It's okay that you don't run track if you don't want to run track. Just go to school, Now, do you think you guys would have been going to school if it wasn't for this program?
Probably not.
Why you say that, son?
I guess because the income that my family got is kind of hard, and during high school it was like I was kind of what you call one of those troubled teens in high school, but
not troublemaker, just trouble.
Trouble.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I would say he was a little bit of a troublemaker. He had his moments, but he's.
Well, I mean, there's a difference in troubled and troublemaker. Because a lot of kids are troubled and then they start making trouble. But if it's not too bad, I always say two things. If you got a gun, we can't help you. If you murder somebody, we can't help you.
Right.
So murder is bad for business. Yeah. So and a gun, hey, it's automatic in this town. So this jail time. Wesley, what about your situation?
Well, the program made it a lot easier for college. It made it more of a reality, because it's so easy to do the wrong thing. So with my mentors from the program, they just keep me on the right track. You know, they check up on you. You know, you turned in this for that scholarship, you turned in this college application. They just keep you going.
Yeah. Andre, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing,
Okay,
Brand?
buddy.
Hey, how you doing, Susan?
Well,
I think you do a good job every year, you know, sponsoring this thing. You know, I plays in it sometimes, but you see these old men running me to death. You know, I've been thinking that I'll be going there and thinking that we're going to beat these guys. These guys pick and roll and do everything, man. You know.
Andre, I was down there one year, and they had these little hot guys. I mean, young bucks. And they were quick, and they could play. And these old white dudes, man, they were coming out there, man. And these guys, you know, played at Georgetown, AU, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They setting screens, running back screens, bounce, backdoor passes, guys just dropping layups off, Bill Stone and his crew. And man, I'm telling you, they're going like, and they're getting all PO'd, you know, running around talking about, come on, and arguing among themselves before you know it, the game is over. These guys would play.
With Glenn, you know, when I, you know, played and this, you know, white kid, he was just so good shooting jumpers, and at the end of the game, I had to ask, I said, you know, where'd you play at? He said, well, I played at Blair, you know, my name is Brian Magnet.
Oh, yeah, he can shoot pretty good.
So I just, you know, call it a day.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Brian,
Glenn.
okay, man, Andre, and Brian Magnet, one of the great high school basketball players and college players that come out of this area, was drafted in the pros, and one of the great pure shooters ever to come out of D.C. was Brian Magnet. Of course, now he's in his 40s now,
Right.
but he still can shoot a little
this
bit.
is
you know?
a moment of sunshine, literally, for those old guys to
Right,
just
exactly.
have that flashback.
But see, one thing about us when we were kids, we always kept up with the old guys. Now, of course, Kenny's saying, who in the world is Brian Magnet? I don't know who he is, you know. And Kenny, and Wesley, I know you don't know who he is. Look, I don't know this guy. Well, I tell you what, these guys come down, and it's really good. Susie, how do you've had Kwame come down. Of course, Kwame's in Los Angeles now, and you've had some of the all of the Wizards come through.
Brendan Haywood is
Brendan
coming
Haywood,
this
Doc
year.
Walker comes down and brings his sons. You
Yes.
know, so it's been great. Now I've made
Gary
the last
Clark.
couple. All the guys. Ted Leonsis, is he coming over?
I know he's going to try. He's a mentor in our
Right.
program. And again, you know, for anybody out there, this is a fun day, but the other 364 days, we really need people to be mentors in our mentoring program and internship providers. And the $1.3 million we have to raise each year, only a small portion of that goes to scholarships. The majority goes to run our year-long programs, to build the relationships. We've cultivated 800 relationships between members of the business community and our students, and all of the outreach and support programs that we do. So we'd love for people to come out, celebrate the day. There will be wizards and mystics and celebrities, a lot of great people. Arthur Agee from the documentary Hoop Dreams, Glenn will be there, and Donald Foyle from the Golden State Warriors will be there this year. A lot of media stars. It's just a really fun day. It's Pennsylvania Avenue between 3rd and 6th Street.
Who is your ideal mentor? What kind of characteristics do they have?
You. I mean, somebody who's just a good, caring member of the local business community. They come from Washington, Maryland, and D.C. Someone who's going to be willing to give the time, take our students through the college prep process, the college application process. And that's what we do as a year-long organization. But it's as much taking them through that process and helping to get them into college as it is the relationship that's being cultivated, the exposure that somebody like you brings to this young person's life, and really just becoming a support system for each other. So if anybody wants information about what we do as a year-long organization, please call 202-414-4774, extension 2. But as far as the tournament, we do need 100 teams to register, and that number again, 202-289-6459, or our website, www.hoopdreams.org, June 17th, the 11th annual Hoop Dreams Charity Basketball Tournament.
Susie K. No periods, no commas, or none. She rolls. Coming up, we'll take more of your calls with Susie, Kenny, and Wesley of the Hoop Dreams team. 703-387-1020. Check out what's coming up on the Sports Talk schedule. It's the annual Hoop Dream 3-on-3 tournament to raise funds for deserving inner-city students. It will be held this year in front of the U.S. Capitol. Log on to hoopdreams.org and enter your team now. Hey, if you enjoy sports trivia, check out Sports Talk Trivia Machine, brought to you by Volvo. Log on to news8.net, click on the Sports Banner. We're back with members of the Hoop Dreams team. And let's go to the phones. Francis, you're on the air, and thanks for waiting. Go ahead. Hi, Francis, you there? Oh, okay. Let's bring on Warren. Warren, thanks for waiting.
Hey, Glenn.
Hey, Warren.
All right. I just want to say good luck to the young men. And going down the road there, find out what you like and stick with it. And push each other. If y'all know each other, stay in touch with each other. And good luck to you.
All right, Warren, good advice.
Thank you.
Guys, let me ask you this. How many times, of course, now, you know, you are, Kenny you're already in college. Yeah. So you know the grind and the strategic classes and strategy and all that. But Mr. Yates, this is your first year in, you know. Would you be asking Kenny sometime about, let me get all my names straight. Kenny, would you be asking Kenny about, you know, how do you, what's going on? Or you might be going to Bowie, but he goes to A&T, same church, different hymn book. You got to go to class. You got to, when you get your syllabus, you got to jump on it. You know what a syllabus is, son?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's just what I'm finding out. You know what I mean? I got to test you, but you got to jump on it. Am I right?
Yeah, you got to make sure you read that syllabus that any professor gives you, because majority of your work is listed in the syllabus. Mm-hmm. Like some teachers might not even tell you, you got a paper due.
Right.
It's in the syllabus. You got a paper due September 14th.
There you go.
And she not gonna remind you, or he not gonna remind you. He just gonna be like, well, turn your paper in the class, put it on the edge of the desk. Yeah. Have a good day.
You are on your own when you get to college, because you won't know what's going on. But I mean, hopefully through Hoop Dreams, through the advice of older mentors, they'll tell you these kinds of things, because you don't know when you go away. You don't know. And remember this, guys. The word at risk is not an inner city code word. At risk is a youth word. Anybody that's young, that's 16 or 17, is at risk. You know why? Because you don't know anything yet. You're still learning, And I know, Kay, you run into all of these things, especially with a lot of groups when you're trying to get money and all of that. Oh, what are you doing this for? Has anybody ever tried to talk you out of this kind of stuff?
Daily. Yeah. I mean, just probably more just because it's been very difficult to keep going, and so there are people who say, why do you keep doing this? But again, the answer is sitting right here.
You get charged up emotionally too, don't you?
You think?
Yeah, a little
yes,
bit.
I do, just a little bit, but it's hard not to. I feel deeply about this, and that it's the right thing to do, and I really truly believe, as I have my whole life, that when people try to find the good in each other and really make an investment in each other, sometimes it takes a lot of energy out of you, but it makes everything better. And,
okay.
I really encourage the community as a whole to really invest in these young people. They're all from east of the Anacostia River. They're all incredible young people, and if we can't make this investment, then we're not really doing right, and we're not really doing our job in young people.
And I am from Anacostia, so don't go away. We got some final thoughts from our guests, but let's look at... Congratulations, Mark. You live out in Clifton. You did your homework. You solved tonight's Sports Talk Snubber presented by your local Volvo dealer. And you're going to win that limited edition Volvo Sports Cap. Check out the latest line of rides at your local Volvo dealer. We're back with the Hoop Dreams team. And Vicki, you're on the air. Go ahead. Thanks for waiting, Vic.
Hi. I just wanted to personally come on air and thank Miss Kay, because I'm actually Kenny's mom.
Oh.
And to let her know that she's a dream sent.
Nice.
And
I'm gonna cry.
Hey, Vicki, you okay?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Thank
crying?
you.
No.
I'm gonna
Okay,
make me
because
cry.
you know she'll cry.
I know.
In the drop of a hat. She has cried on air before,
No,
right here.
I have not. But thank you,
Thank you,
Vicki.
Vicki.
You have a wonderful
Thank you.
son.
Proud of your son.
Yes.
All right, we got to get out of here. You know this thing goes, Susie, so fast. I tell you what, can you make your mama proud? Okay, you're gonna do well. You got 2 more years. You'll be getting out of A&T. And Wesley, congratulations on your first year in college next year. Okay, Susie.
Thank you, Glenn.
All right, Aisha, good job. That's gonna do it for this edition of Sports Talk. Thanks for the entire Hoop Dream team. I'm Glenn Harris. I'll see you on Monday. Please go in friendship. Thank you.
There's nothing left in that day, and he hasn't been on the court in a dozen years.